Hey everybody, Drew here from Pella Cars. Absolutely honored to bring you guys this beautiful 2009 Camry Hybrid all the way up from Maryland. Make sure to watch the whole video because I'm going to show you guys underneath. Absolutely rust-free and beautiful under there. These last forever, but they can't do it if they rust out. So a nice rust-free one like this is extra special, especially up here in Rochester, New York. This car is extremely unique, so it's we'll cover a lot of the things that make it special as we go through the video. But the first thing, which is obvious, that is not a common color, especially up here in Rochester. It's Toyota's Jasper Pearl, and they only sent one of these at a time. If I remember correctly, this is a long time ago. They only sent one at a time to Toyota dealerships, and they had to, of course, sell the one they had before they could get another one. So in a place like Rochester, where these cars weren't popular, it's extremely unlikely that you'll see another one while you're driving this one. Very unusual color, and they only made it for 2007, 8, and 9. So in the video here, we're going to go through the car. I'm going to show you any flaws that it has and take you for a test drive, as well as throw in some kind of retro review information. And if at any time you like this video, if you just find it entertaining, make sure to hit that like button so more people see it, and subscribe to this channel. That's all we do on this channel is walk-arounds, test drives, and occasionally retro reviews of cars that are in the inventory of our family dealership, Pella Cars. So up front here, first and foremost, not too much drama, so to say. There's some stone chips on it. Headlights are perfect. There's just, a decent amount of little stone chips on the front, which they say is an indication of a lot of highway driving, which is, better than city driving, even though these get better gas mileage in the city. This little scuff right here, it's not going to get much better than that, unfortunately. You can feel it with your nail, which means that, it's severe enough that it's not going to buff out. The tires were put on about 8 miles ago. They were put on the end of yesterday at a local shop here, and then, of course, it was driven here today for this video. The brakes, by the way, are at about 70 to 80% in the front and 60 to 70% in the back. On this side of the car, not much to speak of at all. There's this little... it's like a little door ding and a light chip. It's to the primer, but it's not through it, so it shouldn't rust or anything like that. Again, wheels are in magnificent shape, and all 4 tires are brand new. Less than 15 miles for sure. Little ding right there. In the back, not much from luggage or anything like that. There's a little scuff right here, and it does have this bumper protector, which was a genuine Toyota accessory, and that does not have any gouges in it. Maybe one little one right there. Underneath here, extremely clean. Again, these cars last forever, but they cannot last forever if they rust out and have to go to the junkyard. So even the exhaust, as you see there, Baltimore, they get a little bit of winter, nothing like here. That would be dissolved, and that flange there, the part that's bolted together, would likely have been cut out and a straight piece of metal welded in there if it was a Rochester car. Just absolutely incredible shape. That's the subframe. And if you take care of these, again, you should get 400,000 miles out of it, and without being rusty, it's a very good possibility you will. So this side of the car, if you want to call that the side, there's a little bit of cracking in the paint here from when this got flexed against something in a little impact. No damage or scratches or anything on this side of the car. Extremely clean. Going to show you guys underneath the front here now. Kind of hard to show you the front, but if you look, even the bolts on the exhaust, that nut right there would still come off. That would be rusted solid if it was a Rochester car. Just absolutely remarkable under there. And in a bulletproof car, that's a very good thing. So inside, it's just about perfect. I don't even think this car was eaten, and no funky smells at all. No damage really to speak of. Unfortunately, the floor mats show the 200,000 miles. They don't look like a Rochester floor mat, but they're pretty worn. Most dealerships throw them away. We don't, because they fit perfectly, and they're going to do a dirty job anyways, so might as well keep them. Where the heel of the previous owner wore through, there's a little stain here in the carpet. I've ordered heel pads to repair the floor mat in the back. Hopefully that'll be done before you come here to test drive it or take delivery of it in your faraway state. We do that too, by the way. The seat here, so it's got, if you look from here, it's perfect. If you look from the other side, it's not. I'll show you why. There's a little wear spot right here, and there's a little wear spot right here. These are The leather seats in cars, by the way, they are a byproduct of the meat industry. They're not, this is not, these cows were not harvested for this leather. It's a byproduct of the meat industry, if that matters to you. This part of the seat is vinyl. The part that your body touches is genuine leather, and it does wear like that. It wears much better than vinyl does, but it is an animal product, so just be aware of that if it's something that you're sensitive to. This being a Southern car, it's an unusual package. Rochester only got cloth seats with a radio and no sunroof, cloth seats with a radio and a sunroof, or leather seats, navigation, and a sunroof, and the leather was always heated. This car is an unusual package. It's unheated leather with a radio, no navigation, and a sunroof. So somebody did add heated leather seats, and they do not get very warm, just throwing that out there. So assume that they're not heated. They heat sometimes, and again, not very warm. So as far as other damage inside, there's a little scuff from fingernails up here on the dash. The headliner, if I recall correctly, yep, there's a little mark right there that didn't show up in the photos. And if you look along the way back, you can see where it was sagging a little bit, and somebody fixed it, and they did do a very good job. You can't tell unless you get right up on it. So leather wrapped steering wheel with full temperature controls. The only thing you have to go over here for is defrost, front and rear defrost, as well as recirculate. But this allows you to turn your heater or air conditioner on and off, like in low speed driving or whatever, because that means the engine will shut off more and save you some gas. It does have Bluetooth telephone, but not streaming audio. There's a $15 solution for that on Amazon, and you can reach out if you want more info on that. Full control of the audio system as well. It is an automatic, but it's important to know, and it's a very good thing, it's not an automatic transmission with gears. It has 2 electric motors and a planetary ring, so you never feel a mechanical connection between your engine and the street. You feel electromagnetic fields, which is part of the reason that this car is so absurdly refined. My wife and I actually owned 2 of these way back in the late 2000s when they were new, and it's not a plug for this specific example. This is information you can use no matter where you are in the world if you're shopping for one of these. At 203,000 miles, and the one we gave our mother with 183,000 miles, neither of those feel any less amazing than they did when they had like 38,000 miles on them. We owned 2 of them, again, a long time ago. They were red, for what that's worth. But, these cars age extremely well. And again, it's not a plug for this specific one. It's a plug for the Camry Hybrid in general. This is possibly one of the best cars that you can find under $10,000 today. We sell about 50 to 75 Prius per year, and this is a substantially smoother, nicer car out on the highway. Of course, it doesn't have as much storage space, and it's not as good on gas. Passenger seat's almost perfect. There is this mark on it, which is almost like glue or something, and I'm afraid to pick it off because I don't want to damage it. Passenger seats look like a Rochester car would at about 3 weeks old. They're just about perfect. Door cards, by the way, are perfect. And again, there's no rust anywhere on this car. All of our cars we make sure are extremely clean that way. Back carpets are just about perfect. There's those little scuffs right there. Back seat is as perfect as you are going to find. And again, that headliner was repaired in the back there. That would never be noticeable if it wasn't pointed out. And again, they did it the right way because you could pick at it and it won't fall back down. So I'm going to take you guys for a ride. And this car, it does, again, have a moonroof, by the way, which works great. I'm going to take you guys for a ride. Getting back to that kind of retro review, if you will. I owned the lowest mileage one of these I owned. It was about 2 years old, and it had 38,000 miles on it. And it was exquisite. Back then, luxury cars weren't making hybrids yet. Like Lexus didn't have one yet. Mercedes, none of them. And because of the smoothness of the powertrain and just how generally smooth Camrys are, the car was just way, way, way out of its segment. And you still feel that now. There's no car anywhere near this price that is this smooth. So I'm going to take you guys up to some highway speeds here. It's very powerful if you're used to like a Prius. I'm not going to, abuse it or anything, but as you see, that's about half throttle. Extremely, extremely smooth. I can take my hand off the wheel, straighten up here, take my hand off the wheel, and it drives straight. We're going almost 70. I'm going to take my hand off and hit the brakes. No shakes. No shimmies, nothing like that. Obviously, it's going to follow the crown of the road a little bit. Just extremely smooth. And again, a lot of that is owed to the fact that there's no mechanical connection between the engine and the ground. In an automatic, after about 40 miles per hour, the torque converter locks and the engine is directly connected to the road through the transmission and the wheels. That never happens in this. It's electromagnetic fields. And the car is quite a bit heavier than a regular Camry because of the hybrid system and the batteries, so it rides that much nicer. So anyways, I'm Drew. If you liked this video, even if you don't want to buy this car, even if you happened upon it and you're nowhere near Rochester, New York, by the way, we can ship anywhere in the world, really. I mean, we have customers everywhere. We buy cars in Japan. We've sent cars all over the United States and almost once to Dubai. So if you want to buy this car and you're far away, just reach out. But if you came across this video, even if you don't have intentions of buying it and you liked it, go ahead and subscribe. We put about 70 videos like this up per year. So if you're just entertained by them, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you like the video at all for any reason, please hit that like button. It helps the internet find the video. So I'm Drew. Hopefully you like the car. If you want to buy it, you could reach out through the website, www.pellacars.com, and buy it online. We would love to meet you in person. You can set up that appointment the same way, or just call me directly at 585-771-0111. Thank you. Bye.